Hi guys, I'm coming on. I'm going to try and show you what I'm going to do for my entry into the Artsy Grandma's November challenge. We can alter anything we like, provided that there is an element of origami. So I thought I would make myself a small-ish junk journal, and I'm going to use A4 sized paper in it. And I'm using a piece of Amazon packaging, which we're all familiar with. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this as the spine. I'm popping my paper on here and just roughly marking how much. I'm going to go about, what's that, about ½ centimetre, ¼ of an inch, and just measuring it as that size, and I will cut that out and be back. Okay, that's all cut with a combination of scissors and my paper trimmer. And what I'm going to do is cover it with some paper. Now, I have got here, if I was a bit more prepared, come here, some lovely paper that I made following a tutorial by Gi Kerr. I'm hoping that that will be big enough. Yep, it will. It won't be big enough to do the inside, but I can find something to go in there. I think I will do that. Right, so I'm not sure how well it will stick on since it is not flat. Maybe I should have a go at flattening it. And I will need some around the outside. Right, I'm just going to cut this to size, and I don't know why that is wet. That just oh, I know, there's a baby wipe on my desk. That's what it is. Right, I'm going to cut around that, and then we'll see if I can stick it on. Okay. Right, I've cut out my paper and mitered the corners. I don't think there's anything that's going to stick that on as well as Beacon 3-in-1, so we're going to go all out with that and hope for the best. And because first of all, it's quite thick paper, sort of craft paper, and also it is very crinkly where I've put texture into it. I think I'll just put plenty of glue on and cross my fingers and hope that it will stick on. I'm going to do one side at a time. Just wipe that on there. Right. Okay. I'm just going to wipe my finger under there because I've got glue all over it. Right, let's see what happens with this. I'm going to try and burnish that. Probably the best thing to do is to stick it all down and then weight it down in a book or something. I'll do that, I think. Right, that's that side. Let's put a blob down the spine. Come on out, come out. There we go. Right, let's... I haven't really got a use for this. I just thought I will just use some packaging. I haven't done a lot of crafting recently. I've been doing lots of my doodles. I've really missed it. I'm dying to get back to my clay, but I've religiously cracked on so that I've got that doodle series done, and I can go back to my crafting and Christmas crafting. Right, I don't know what this is. This is just an idea that popped into my head about 3 seconds before I turned the camera on. So it'll either work or it won't. If it doesn't work, you probably won't see this. Now, let's have a go with these as well. So I'm just going to put the put some glue along the flaps at the side. And I'm trying to be quick just to show you that you don't need to spend hours making a journal. You can do one really quickly, a junk journal anyway. Although I wouldn't like to say my paper was junk, I really liked that paper. I'll leave a link to Gi's tutorial if anybody's interested, but it's really pretty. I've tried to limit my use of beacon glue during lockdown. Not that it's hard to get hold of, but it's not the cheapest of glues. And I've been using Yoo-hoo, but I'm not sure. And also my Yoo-hoo's in a what do you call it? Like a needlepoint applicator. I haven't got time to wait for the glue to come out, quite frankly. So I'm just going to pull that up a little bit because it wasn't quite straight there. Pop down there. But I've been getting on well with Yoo-hoo, so that's been marvellous for most things. But I think if you need some kind of heavy duty glue, Beacon 3-in-1 is the one. Right, that's a bit. Come on, you're being a bit slow. Okay, so I cover most of my journals, same principle. Whether or not they've got like an extra spine bit or whatever. Let's just pull that up a bit because that wasn't straight either. I think that's better. There we go. Right, I'm going to let that dry and then we'll be back. Right folks, I'm back. I went and had my lunch while this dried. I didn't like how this was fitting at the bottom here. It had sort of slipped a bit, so I just tore it and stuck it back down. But that looks a little bit neater now. What I need to do is cover the inside, and what I've got is a piece of Daphne's diary. Now I've had a subscription to that for quite a while. I think it's finished now, and I probably won't have it again. But I've had it for about a year, and I've had it previous to that as well. But I cut out all the papers. Now some of the papers have got just stories and stuff on them, or photos. Some are nicer. This one I would normally keep to use for making envelopes and things like that. But I thought I would use this. I haven't decided which way to put it. I could put it in that way, or I could put it in that way with the rose. I do like the rose, but I'm not sure we'll see much of it, bearing in mind that the signature's going in there. What do we think? I think that probably is more in keeping with what we've got going on. Oh, it's hard. It's a decision I don't want to make because I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to get rid of that lovely rose. Guys, what am I going to do? I'm going to keep the rose. That's what I'm going to do. Keeping the rose. Okay, a bit more good beacon because we're sticking onto the textured paper and also onto some craft card even. So there we go. I don't have a problem gluing the back of this one because it's, you know, more of a generic thing, but I don't think I would have been able to put glue all over those beautiful roses. Right, hopefully that's enough glue, and we'll pop that on there. All it's got to do is cover the joins where where I'd folded over. That's all it needed to do. And that is it, guys. That is a really quick journal cover from a piece of Amazon packaging and some magazine paper and some painty paper. This painty paper that I've done here was just some packaging anyway. Just I don't know where it came from. Some Amazon packaging probably, or something like that. So yeah, that's all that is. So you know, it really is a kind of junk journal with. Let's just fold that and double check that we can close it. Getting a wrinkle in there now. Never mind. I'm not going to be precious about it. It's not important, she says. I shan't see it anyway because it'll be right at the back. Right, and all I'm doing is, I wanted a hair tie to go through there to hold everything in, but my hair ties are too short, so I've joined 3 together and they will just fit on there like this. Perhaps could have put another one on, it's a bit tight. Anyway, it'll stop things from moving about. And I have got some papers that we can slot in, but that is it. Essentially, a bit of Amazon packaging, bit of paper, bit of sort of a lining paper, and that's a journal cover. I've got my origami element to add in a mo, but I think first of all, I'm thinking, do I want another? I don't want that to pull on that too much. I might put another hairband in there. We'll see. Let's put some papers in. So I've literally got, I'm just going to randomise these. I've got some squared paper, some lined tea-dyed paper, and another one. I've got just some bits from Daphne's diary. Oops, I apologise. I think I've been covering the microphone there. It was either really loud or really quiet. And let's have a bit of tea-dyed paper in there. And I don't know what I'm going to use this for. Maybe something, maybe nothing. That can go in there, like that. And I could use it as an art journal. And butterfly, that could go in the middle. There we go. Right, I'm going to fold those up a bit. Slip those under there. I don't know if some of these papers are a little bit large, they may need trimming, especially the ripped edges where I just pull them out. Right, where is the middle of the book? I think that has moved there. But how quick was that? I haven't actually made one of these before. I've done plenty of journals, but not just literally pulled stuff out and made something. I suppose we could do with a journal closure of some kind. That's not too tight, that's fine. I've got a little loopy bit I can stick a dangle onto onto there. There. So you could write in it, you could paint in it, might do something in it, whatever you want, stick things in it. It does need a closure, but I just might wrap a bit of ribbon around it or something like that. Right, I haven't done the cover, so I'm going to just lay it flat down for something so I can add my origami. Now, I have been making this morning Origami Roses. I've got some big ones and a couple of smaller ones as well. So I haven't really decided what I'm going to do, but I just thought I would pop those on the front somewhere. If anybody is interested in how to make these, there is I got it on from a tutorial which I will leave online. There, they're not too bad, and I have got some leaves which I may pop on there. I might have to make some more leaves. One could go down there. I haven't done a leaf for every flower. Anyway, I'm going to play with that, I think, and then glue those flowers down. I'm not sure if I'll use all of them or not. But yeah, there's my origami rose. They're not that difficult to do once you get your head around what to do. If anybody watches the video and then wants to make them and is not sure, I'm quite happy to do another video tutorial on them. If I can remember what to do. Now I can remember. So there, something like that, I think. And that will be my junk journal. I'm going to glue them and then I'll be back. Right, so here we are, we're back. I've stuck my Origami Roses on the front of my journal. I hope you can see I've put some gold opal polish on it because there's some on the paper, the textured paper. If you can see it on there. That might actually be gold paint on there, but I thought that would help. I've put on a little charm that I've made out of clay. That's just a circle of clay that's been decoupaged and stamped, and that's got some of the opal polish on the back as well. And I have punched holes in and put ribbon on as a closure so that it can be kept together. But that's my junk journal. As you can see, very, very, very quick to make, and with an altered packaging with an origami twist. And I've learnt how to do origami roses. If anybody wants to learn how to do them and would prefer me to do a tutorial rather than the other, I'm happy to do so. Okay folks, so this is for the November challenge set by Artsy Grandma. I think that we've got until the end of November. You don't need to send anything in. All you need to do is alter something and use something to do with origami, and then show it on your channel or send a photo or put it on Instagram, something, just so that we know you've done it. It doesn't really matter, because then there's a draw and the person whose name comes out in the draw will choose the task for December. And I'm thinking that at the end of December it will have been 2 years. The original people who were doing it have stopped doing it, so I think perhaps we'll call it a day in December and start something different perhaps in the new year. Anyway, there you go folks, that's my take on the November challenge. I will leave a link to the challenge video from the Artsy Grandma as well, so if you're not subscribed to her and you want to have a go, I'll leave that link. I'll leave a link to the roses and a link to the paper as well. Okay folks, thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Bye for now.